Hey everybody, I'm Alex Big Blue, and today I'm going to be casting more comic book characters as scary movie villains. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And for Jason Voorhees, I'm going to go with the Executioner because on this one particular comic, especially, he already looks exactly like him, anyways, basically. And I also just think in general, when has this type of look, that he obviously looks very close to him. So all he'd have to do is pretty much just not talk like Jason and just sort of act like him. And I think Executioner could pull that off. Surely it seems pretty doable. But yeah, I think he would play a good Jason. All right, for Leatherface, I'm going to go with the chainsaw wielding Moon Knight villain, aptly named Chainsaw. So yeah, I think he's definitely going to fit, being he's also a villain with a chainsaw. I think he also has a mask that's kind of creepy as well. So yeah, I definitely think he'll match that pretty well. And next up, for the creature of the Black Lagoon, I'm going to go with Albacore. So he is a green watery villain anyways, and he already resembles him quite a bit, especially in this comic panel that I have here. So yeah, I think he would do a great job of playing him because he's already pretty similar in a lot of ways anyhow. And for the Xenomorph from Alien, I'm going to cast one of the Brood from the X-Men. I think they definitely already look very similar to him anyways, so if you just paint them black, or, I don't know if they technically paint them, but however you want to do that, digitally color them or whatever. But yeah, I think I think a Black Brood pretty much looks about like an alien from, or I mean, a Xenomorph anyway, so yeah, I would definitely do that. Very similar for sure, and of course, their body and powers and stuff look enough like it that would definitely work. And for Dracula, I'm going with Mr. Sinister. So Mr. Sinister to me has always seemed like a vampire anyways. His origin is very similar to one. And yeah, I just think the way he looks and the way he acts and all that combined is just perfect for a Dracula type character anyways. And I would definitely cast him there. And I think he would just knock it out of the park, honestly. I could definitely see him, the way he looks and acts and everything combined, play that role perfectly. And for the Bride of Frankenstein, I'm going to cast Raven, the one from the Teen Titans. And so I think she would already look a lot like the character, anyways, especially when it's done in like more kind of, like human looking skin color, like this picture. Or if it was in black and white, the way her skin works with that color, anyways, kind of too sometimes. But yeah, I think pretty much you just have her wear those clothes and fix her hair up like that, and she would be basically a spitting image for her, anyways. And I also think her personality matches kind of like a dark, chaotic character like the Bride of Frankenstein as well. So I definitely think Raven would be an amazing cast as that. And for the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, I'm gonna go with Man Bat because first of all, he's already brown anyways, like the Creeper, and he has those giant bat wings, which looks pretty perfect to play that part. Or I mean, for the Creeper's wings. And he's also pretty similar in size, I think, although he might even be bigger. I'm not sure exactly, but definitely similar enough in size, both fairly big and imposing. And I think Man Bat would do a good job of it. I think maybe they would do a little bit of cosmetics to his face to make him look a little more like the Creeper there. But otherwise, I think it would be a pretty great casting, and I think he would do a great job. And for Pinhead, I'm going to go with, now hear me out on this one, I'm going to go with Magneto because I'm going to have him, or I mean, because he could go ahead and throw the chains around and all that type of stuff himself with his powers. Don't even need to use special effects for that. So that would be awesome for him to be able to do that. Also, I was thinking he could use pieces of metal to fashion them to look like the pins that goes in his face. And I'm sure if he didn't want to actually stick them in his face, they could probably make it look like they're in it with the stuff he makes from it. But yeah, I think he would definitely have the gravitas and the creepiness and the kind of just overall, like tenacity to play a character like Pinhead. And I think pretty much all you do is just shave him bald and give him a little bit of, make him a little bit more pale looking. And otherwise, I think he'd play the role pretty well. And of course, I mean, you'd have to change his eyes and all that stuff a little bit. But yeah, I think that would be a very interesting casting that he would knock out of the park. And last but not least, we've got Michael Myers. So I'm going to cast as Michael Myers, Taskmaster. Because I think Taskmaster, for one, he already has like a sword, or, a lot of times anyway. So that's similar to being good with a knife and, used to and kind of iconic for using that as well, like Michael Myers. And also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the way his powers work, he could probably watch a couple of Halloween movies and be able to copy all of uh, all of Michael Myers' mannerisms and stuff because the way whenever he fights somebody, he can do that. So I think that might would work too. But either way, I think he'd do a great job playing Michael Myers. And he also already has like a white face or mask, depending on the time. I think it may change. But he already kind of reminds me of him anyways by looks as much as anybody else I could think of. So yeah, I definitely think all of that combined is reasons why he would play a great Michael Myers. And he's definitely kind of a scary character in general, especially if he were to pop out and come after you, I'm sure. But yeah, I like him as Michael Myers. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Alex Big Blue. Happy Halloween once again. See you guys later.